I've come along today to meet a gentleman, Geoff here, who is, I think, is an inventor. I think it's probably
part-time.
Part-time. It's a great story, and I know you've done other things. Maybe we'll come on to that. But this is something you just launched here in the Isle of Man, and you even had to go for a couple of days in Tesco, which is impressive. They'd let you do that. Bird feed, but it's do-it-yourself creation.
It's bird feed with a difference because it's a recycling system, but it's also a premium way of feeding birds. The thing is that the product's been tested by York University to be proven to be absolutely pure and clean, whereas a lot of products that you buy have been in bags in warehouses for months, especially the fat balls. They're absolutely full of salmonella and sand. So the beauty of this is that you collect your cooking waste. It can be vegetable oil, it can be animal fat, it can just be water. But what you're always hesitant. I don't want to pour this down the sink. But it quite often goes down the sink with a lot of hot water chasing it and detergent.
And the water guys, they hate all that, don't they?
It's a big problem environmentally. So it's a recycling system. It's good for the environment. But the feed that's in there for the birds is absolutely top notch. There's 50% bird seed, which is premium seed. The other 50% is actually, we call emulsifiers. And the science behind that is that you must not get birds' feathers wet because they'll lose their insulation. As soon as winter comes, they're in big problems. And so what we had to do was turn vegetable oil solid. Now, the thing with vegetable oil is it does not react to microwaves. And nobody's going to turn the oven on to make bird food. Right. So the blend is now perfected of 5 different emulsifiers. I can tell you one is polenta, one is semolina, but the old story, if I told you the other 3 I'd have to kill you. And so they absolutely turn the bird biscuit solid. I mean, we've got a finished one here, 2 minutes in the microwave, and that's the bird biscuit, absolutely.
So what I think is incredible about this is you're doing a double whammy here in the eco sort of friendly lifestyle. You get some of the fat going down the drain, which is going to cause problems down the line, but you're also turning the waste into this bird food by using your...
The thing is, it's very high in calories, so it's really good feed for the birds. People feed suet cakes, fat balls, all high energy, even though they might not be clinically clean like this, because anything that's gone through the microwave to 100, 150 degrees has got to be absolutely pure. Right. So it's that diversion, but it's also using that energy as well for the birds, which is really, really good.
And you started off with another invention back in the UK on the same lines, because we've seen these videos of like Thames Water or something having
the fatbergs. Yeah, the thing is that we had a product before this called Fat Trap, which was a coffee pod paper with coir pith in. Coir pith is very absorbent, it's coconut waste. And it turned out that somebody had got a trademark on the 2 words fat and trap.
Ow.
So 2 to 3 years going through the courts was financially demanding, but also we couldn't sell product. Morrison's wanted me to go back with the product. Various things just had to be put on hold until we ended up at the High Court, because the Intellectual Property Office weren't going to undo what their examiners had done wrong until they were told by a judge to take it away and examine it properly.
Okay, this is very expensive then, right?
All very expensive and time consuming. We couldn't sell anything. Certainly a supermarket wasn't going to take a product that had a shadow over it.
Sure.
And
so that had to be put on hold. And you had this eureka moment, did you, about birds?
Well, it always was. How can we... What we were doing was diverting fat from the watercourse or the sewer system to landfill. So it was positive, but not the end goal that we wanted, because we don't want to increase landfill, and the fact that we did send to landfill could then leach into the water system anyway. So we were doing half a job, if you know what I mean. And so thinking, we decided that we must turn it into bird food, or food itself. And we're actually going to change on, we're going to move on, not change, but those emulsifiers are so good that we're going to start making dog treat mixes and cat treat, because that's a massive market. What people spend on pets is phenomenal.
Right. But
we've actually got the key. Obviously we don't use the bird seed in the mix for the cats and the dogs.
Genius. Now you've got a website, or this sort of thing on it.
Yeah.
There it goes. Now, so you're selling on that now, but it's basically starting here in the Isle of Man trials.
Yeah. Basically, I was introduced to the workshop for the disabled, and there's lots of people that just can't get jobs because they can't always turn up, they can't always be top form. So with this, it's light work, and a team of people can produce and make a stock ready for it. And putting labels on tubs is very light work, it's not demanding. Putting packs in, there's 4 in there, and that's the renewable. And so there's various jobs that the workshop do. The guys make the bag. We don't buy the bag in, we buy just lay flat film. They put it through a heat sealer, they actually apply the labels with a dispensing machine that I've made for them so that it hits the right spot every time, and the rest of it, and it's very satisfying work for them.
Fantastic. So where do they go? What's the website to find out more?
Well, the website is all one word, The Happy Bird Company. But also Facebook on the island. We're on the Facebook. We're actually trying to streamline it at the moment. In the next day or two it should be top notch.
I can see this being a great Christmas present actually for people.
I think so. I think that's we want to get it into primary school children's hands because it's a great education tool. Yeah. It helps us to teach kids about birds and the rest of it. I mean, I'm actually interviewing somebody tomorrow to take on as a salesperson to go to the schools and introduce everything. And it's a great place to be with the kids because we can do so much. I mean, the competition of what's the novel way of hanging that in a tree. Well, when it's liquid, because what you've done is you've poured your fat into the tray, there's a crease mark, you emptied the product in, like making a porridge. If you're making it with fat, you just fill to that line of water, mix it together. That is the secret for generating the heat for turning the veg oil into solid. If you want to make it with water, you go to that line, so in it goes. But we say to the kids, you tell us what you can do, but put a bootlace in before you cook it, and you can hang it in the tree.
So if you haven't got a bird feeder, you can create one from an old shoelace.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Geoff, I wish you so much success with this, and I'm glad you're doing it on the Isle of Man because you moved here and you've had these ideas, and obviously much more to come. Is it like a dragon's den for you? I mean, are you financing yourself, or do you need finance, or to take it further?
No, we don't need finance. We're doing it slowly, catch a monkey, if you know what I mean. The blueprint that we can set on the island, I found out. I didn't come to the island to do this. It was going to be done in Yorkshire. But I met certain people that said it's such an eco-friendly place. We've got a partnership with the biosphere. Everything's sort of set up to then, when it's got to a volume, to just say to the UK, to the water companies who've got the problem, this is what we've done, and we can prove it's successful.